Hello? Can you hear me? I am searching, whether it's the cities, the quiet suburbs, or in the beauty of nature. I will find it in the crevices, in the darkness. Welcome to Lost or Found.
We're good to go. We're live. We're good. All right, let's do this, man. Welcome to Lost or Found. Before I continue, as this place is already starting to creep me out, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. In this show, I will visit my favorite found footage horror movies, as well as some newcomers that should be watched. Now, everyone knows about the Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity. We won't discuss that here. This show will look into films that have yet to be watched or should be watched. Now, the found footage horror is a great subgenre as it continues to improve with the technology and creativity. While it doesn't have the big budget, some of the low budget films have shown to produce very great found footage horror movies. For example, the two I gave before, the Blair Witch Project and the Paranormal Activity. Now, currently, I am outside of the Riverview Hospital in Coquitlam, British Columbia, Canada. It opened in 1913. Riverview quickly became home to some of the province's most disturbed patients. With the inhumane medical practices used to treat the mentally ill during the 20th century, Riverview has gained a minor reputation for being haunted. It closed in 2010 with its last patients moving in July of that year. The hospital is the #1 filming destination in Canada. Some of the production done in this building includes Saw, Watchmen, Smallville, The X-Files, Supernatural, and also Deadpool 2. So, if you don't know by now why I'm here and what found footage was filmed here, let's see what we are going to talk about in the first episode of Lost or Found.
Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Grave Encounters. Tonight, my crew and I, using the most sophisticated in ghost hunting equipment,
we're in search of definitive proof of spirits that were unsettled in life.
and possibly unsettled in the afterlife. Is there someone here with us?
Hey, you ready? Grave Encounters gave us the experience of witnessing when creating a ghost hunting show goes fatally wrong. The first time I saw the film, it reminded me of Ghost Adventures, which came out in 2008. And lo and behold, in 2011 comes out Grave Encounters. I mean, it was a mock film. While some of us believe in the paranormal, we kind of do question some of these ghost hunting shows. And the scene when Lance pays off the groundskeeper to recant his story and kind of mention he saw ghosts kind of puts more questions to some of these shows. I mean, Lance and his team plan to stay overnight and the hope the investigation will catapult them into the network show. This motivation leads Lance to push the limits of the investigation, as we see later in the movie. Once locked in, they start the investigation. As the night goes by, you guys didn't hear that, right? All right. I need to get out of here. They begin to experience the remnants of the troubled past that dwelt in the hospital. From the experimental procedures to a darker history, the team soon finds out they are way over their head. After Sasha experiences a hairy moment, the rest of the team of TC and Matt are anxious to end the investigation. However, Lance isn't done. Even the so-called medium, Houston Gary, played by Mackenzie Gary, starts believing something is very wrong as he questions whether to continue the investigation. As they attempt to leave, they find out that the hospital kind of has more plans for them as the hospital becomes a maze of horror and death. You guys sure you didn't hear nothing? The characters come face to face with some of the inhabitants of this asylum. From the face-altering to tongue-biting apparitions, the crew slowly begins to lose their minds. The experiences each of these characters goes through propels this film as we find out what is really the diagnosis of the film. With a budget of $120,000 and a box office gross of $5.4 million, Grave Encounters showed us once again that you don't need an excessive amount of money in order to make a great found footage. Now, unlike other shows, we will not give this film a rating. If the film is given found, it's worth the watch. If it's given lost, the film should never be watched and remain lost. Grave Encounters falls under the aspect of found because I believe it is a great found footage film and recommended by yours truly. When I first watched Grave Encounters, Lance reminded me so much of Zach from Ghost Adventures that off the bat I knew it was a mock film. But what makes it great is that it took this mock film and turned it into a great found footage horror story with the scares, the ghosts, the acting, the cinematography. This movie was very well done. It's also gained a cult following and it landed on my top 10 horror list. I really think I need to get out of here. But before I go, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and continue following us. This is JR. Watch us next week. Dude, what's up with all the smoke? Are you getting? What the?